My name is Alex. I have been a banker for the longest time, 15 years, slightly over 15 years, but in the financial services, slightly above 20 years. So today, I'm at Mwalimu National DT Sacco. So I just want to take you a bit through, so just the history of Mwalimu. Mwalimu was incorporated on 24th of October 1974. How many of you here were there? Were alive? No way. Alex, you just said your age, so you're not here. Okay? So we've just turned 51 this year, and it was started by a few teachers, let me put it that way, at TSC, about 7, who thought that they needed to solve a few issues, especially access to credit for the teachers within that season. And so now we've grown, and we are not only the largest Sacco in Kenya, but it is the largest Sacco in Africa. Maybe you didn't know that, okay? But in 2024, we had an asset base of about 69 billion. This year, we're looking at getting to about 78 billion in terms of asset base. So it's a Sacco that has been there for quite a long time, and we are hoping that even our children will get to enjoy the benefits. So we are no longer within the common bond. Remember, it was started by teachers, but now we've broken the common bond, and anyone, even businesses, what do you call it, the MSMEs can join. And even if you're working for, how do I put it, the military, police, you can still join for as long as you want to be a member. So currently we have a membership base of 167,000 members and about 18 branches. With some satellite branches as well, which are not fully cash-based, but then there's still offices where you can come in and do a few transactions. We are also trying to push through digitization. Remember this, we have members who possibly retire and then they leave. They go into the diaspora. So how then do we reach out to them? So Saccos have been known, when you look at the stereotypes out there about Saccos, they've been known to be for old people. Right? I can see some people nodding very hard. Yeah, Saccos for old people, too heavy on paper. You have to be there physically. Okay, you have to go fill a form physically. You have to show up, and they only work Monday to Friday, Saturday. No, we've changed this. So Mwalimu is different. So we are also running through a digital strategy that should help the diasporians to be able to access services from wherever they are without really having the pressure to come physically. Ama kutuma ndugu yako kwa Sacco aende akakuangalilia, and then when you come back you realize someone bought for you a quarry, right? So we are now digital. This is just a basic definition of what I think, or we think, a digital cooperative looks like. Just before we get to this, so cooperatives are run by what we call cooperative principles, and they're threefold. The first is democracy. So when you get into a cooperative, it's not like a bank per se, as much as we are financial service. So democracy means one member, one share. So everyone's voice is heard there. It's different. So banks, you having been a banker, it's for shareholders, right? But this one, you're also a shareholder within the Sacco. So it's one member, one share. And then the other cooperative principle is service to member. So we are heavy on service to member. We have to make sure that then we meet the needs of the members within the society. And then number 3 is cooperatives cooperate. So you'll find that we have very many cooperatives in Kenya. So what they do, we normally benchmark to one another. I know we have bankers here. When's the last time another bank came to ask you, what are you doing? And you told them what you're doing, okay? Tend to hide this, right? But then cooperatives cooperate. Why? Because we're looking at the bigger picture in terms of just making sure that the members are satisfied and their needs are met. So technically, we're looking at digital cooperatives as a digital, a cooperative that leverages on technology to deliver full financial inclusion. So we have the members in the diaspora. Are they able to remit back? Are they able to borrow beyond the borders? Are they able to invest in Kenya? So that's what we're looking at, just creating and facilitating this process for them. So these are the characteristics. of Mwalimu, I would say, and technically for a digital cooperative. So it's member-first design. We're looking at all sorts of members. We're not just looking at the ones who are here, but even the diasporians. We're looking at what are their needs and how can we support them. Data-driven decision-making. So we don't look at issues that are maybe emerging today without really looking at the data. So we have to make sure that whatever we are actually trying to resolve, we're resolving on the basis of data. So we're looking at customer satisfaction. So we're getting into that space. I know banks have been there. So we are looking at all those indexes within, or matrices within customer space, so that then we are sure that what we're delivering makes sense to them. Regulatory compliance. Saccos have also been known not to focus a lot on this. Today, I'll tell you, Mwalimu is looking at this as well. So we have data privacy. Remember, we are having these are people who are in the diaspora. So if they were to use your internet banking or your mobile banking platform, how safe is their data? So we're also looking at this to make sure that then they have the confidence to use this. 24 hours, 7 days availability. So Mwalimu has a 24 hours, 7 days a week contact center. And we're giving priority to the diaspora guys. So when you're calling from the diaspora, we know it can be expensive. So you don't queue. You come straight into an agent, and an agent will support you 24 hours, 7 days a week. So the ones who are sleeping, Alex, they can call, okay, when Kenya is asleep, and they will find someone to support them. So how did we get here, or how do we get here? So a few things that possibly Saccos are focusing on today. So partnerships. You know Saccos are not in the national payment system. So we are partnering. For example, we have NCBA, so banks are our partners. So at Mwalimu, you'll find we're using NCBA open banking. So we are also trying to make sure that then we have instant payments in our space. It's not favorable for Saccos. So we are not at the NPS, we are not in the clearinghouse, but then on the basis of integrations, we are doing this. So partnership is really important, including MTSs, money transfer services. I saw Paul was here, WapiPay, so those are the kind of partnerships we're looking at. Then we have innovation, continuous innovations. Today, Mwalimu, you can actually buy and sell shares online, digitally. You don't have to come physically. So we have all these things. You'll not find any other Sacco with such in the market. Continuous improvement. We're also looking at our performance every day in terms of customer matrices and our loan book quality. Remember, Saccos are one of the spaces where the PAR is very low. Why? Because of the model of a Sacco, the guarantorship model, which then guarantees you that your money is safe. So stakeholder relationship, we also have leadership, trying to align leadership to also understand we have diaspora as well. So we're trying to align that in organization setup. So when you come to Mwalimu, you'll find there's a diaspora wing that you're trying to make sure that then the diasporians are also taken care of. So I'll move. So what's the whole story here? So we are looking at just helping the diaspora guys to be able to invest back home through, we'll do capital mobilization, so then they can be able to invest in houses. Remember, because of the model of a Sacco, you find the rates for the loans are very affordable, okay? And so we're trying to help them be able to mobilize their investment back home. Today we are having something called Palm Estate Juja. So we already done the due diligence, the titles are in the name of a Sacco. So when you're coming to invest, you're not investing with someone who's behind the Sacco. No, you're investing through the Sacco. So you're guaranteed success and not having issues. We're also looking at sustainability. So the more we mobilize from our members, the more sustainable it is. Remember, it's service to members. So we mobilize so then we can on-lend to our members. We're also creating ability for you to transact within the Sacco from wherever you are. Then finally, visibility. So we're also trying to position Kenya. So then Kenya is also known to be a model of digital space. So when you go to the West, we also have Saccos in the West, by the way. They're called cooperative societies, and they're highly digitized. But then in Africa, Mwalimu, we don't want just to lead from the asset side. We also want to lead from the digital side. So then we can be able to support the diasporians, and they can be able to transact. So I want to encourage you today, please join Mwalimu, okay? So that then you can also be able to grow yourself into the future. So Gen Zs, Gen Xs, what's the other gen? We have Gen Zs, Gen X, and which other gen? Okay, so even the alphas, you join now, you will enjoy everything. We have cards, we have all those cash management tools that can actually help you. We operate better than a bank. Thank you.
Makofi tena kwa namesake ukiwa hapo. I think probably you've preempted some of the questions. There's one from US. Actually, they were asking, so as to Komaju Nini, how do you make yourself accessible to us? Do you have a 24-hour diaspora desk? I think you've answered that. That is from Alex Inyagwa in Boston. Thank you, Alex. The other one has asked, so who qualifies to be a Mwalimu Sacco member?
Anyone qualifies to be a Mwalimu Sacco member. All you need to do is just register. So you get into our website and you'll actually see the process, and you can actually do it remotely. You don't have to actually come here physically. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Will. I am also have been in the banking space. So I'm curious to actually hear about the lending part of it. Currently, as I'm also the co-founder of an organization called Vanish Global Kenya that specializes in finishing products in the construction space. So I'm curious in terms of opportunities from a lending perspective. I think Ken earlier from Centum talked about lending, which is being offered to people who are buying properties already existing. But for those of us, the audience that's here, their relatives, their family and friends that are looking to build a curated home, which is the space that I'm in terms of providing and supplying finishing products of the diamond quality that Kebs was talking about. How do we then engage you as a circle, and how does the audience engage you as a circle so that they're able to benefit from a lending perspective, not on finished homes, but on that curated home that people want to build in very serene neighborhoods? But again, lending can be a problem because it's not collateral that's existing other than the land. So maybe you could just speak a little bit about the lending and how we could all partner in terms of offering lending, even from us in the business space.
Thank you very much for that question. We have opened the bond, so we are able to give you loans that are secured through title deeds and other conventional security. So it's well taken care of in our portfolio. Thank you. I can give my number, 0722 374 186. Thank you so much.
Ukisahau utawapata kwa desk yao pale. Makofi kwa Alex. Thank you so much for that presentation. In fact, the world has gone digital, is it? Tumpigie makofi tena.